Hey church, Pastor Matthew here, and last month, September, was a fantastic month, and it was a full month full of a lot of really good stuff. We started off with Serve Day, and we went out and served the community in Jesus' name. We canceled worship services, and it was fantastic. I want to say a big thank you and well done to everybody who stepped up and served. It was a great day, and the picnic afterwards was a lot of fun too. Then the very next week, we had the fall kickoff, and the reality is some of the people that we served on Serve Day, you all invited, and they came to the fall kickoff. And some of you invited friends and family and neighbors, and they came to the fall kickoff. And it was a lot of fun that day. It was a really good day. And then also this month, we had live groups start up, which we're off to a great start. Our goal is always to have 75% of our adults in small groups. I mean, these are the live groups that really transform people's lives. This is where people grow, and we grow in our relationship with God. And if you're not in a live group, it's not too late. You need to get into one. Being a part of Good News Church means being in a live group, getting to know other people, letting other people know you. Instead of just sitting in rows on Sunday morning, it's about getting into a circle, getting to know each other, and really learning to love and care for each other and letting them love and care for you too. We experience God's love through other people, and other people experience God's love through us especially when we're in a small group like that. And so you need to be in a live group. It's not too late. If you need to get into a live group, contact Pastor John. And then also last month, though, in September, we did Broomfield Days. And so we had a booth at Broomfield Days, and we passed out little tiny Frisbees and a lot of candy. We met thousands, literally thousands of people. And so last month, September, was a really full month. A lot of really good stuff. And then as we look forward to October, a lot of good stuff happened in October too. This month, live groups are up and running fast. And so again, you need to be in one. You need to be in a live group. These are critical. You're going to grow in your relationship with God because of being in a live group. Let me say it another way. You're going to miss out on growing like you could with your relationship with God if you're not in a live group. And so you really need to get into one. I love my live group. And then also this month, though, we've got the teens, the high schoolers going off to camp. In the middle of the month, if you've got a teen who needs to go, a high schooler that needs to go to camp, make sure you talk to Pastor John, and there's more information in the newsletter. And then lastly, what I really want to focus your attention on right now is that we have Trunk or Treat coming up at the end of the month. So on Saturday, October 26th, we'll be filling up our parking lot with your cars and my car, and we'll set up a game in the back of the trunk, and then we will hand out candy to all the kids who come. Now, last year we had about 500 people from the community come out for this event. It was huge. It was way bigger than we expected, and we expect an even bigger turnout this year. And so this is a chance that we have to meet the neighbors, to meet the community, to serve people in Jesus' name, with the ultimate goal of introducing them to Jesus and seeing them come to be a part of his kingdom. And so don't miss this opportunity to have a lot of fun. Yes, you get to eat all the candy you want if you come that day, but also to love and get to know the neighbors. You get to dress up. I'm going to dress up. We'll all run games out of our trunks, or maybe you don't want to do your car. Maybe you want to cook some hot dogs, or maybe you want to run the bouncy castle, or maybe you want to make up some coffee. Maybe you want to be one of the greeters. It's an all hands on deck kind of thing for our church because it's a chance to meet the community. And so please plan on being there on Saturday, October 26th. And then leading up to that, though, we need candy. We need a lot of candy. We figure we need 500 bags of candy. Now, that's just a ridiculous amount of candy, but we need 500 bags of candy for the event. And so between now and October 26th, we're going to have a couple of buckets out in the lobby at church for you to bring in the candy and you drop it in. Now, you get to choose. You can drop it in the bucket for the high school team, or you can drop it in the bucket for the children's ministry team. You get to pick which one you want. And when you do, though, whichever group gets the most candy, so if the high schoolers get the most candy, then Kaylee's going to get slimed. And if the high schooler, if the kids zone gets the most candy, then Pastor John, who leads Ignite, is going to get slimed. And the deal is, if we get 100 bags of candy, then I think both of them get slimed. And the rumor is I get to dress up on the 27th for Halloween on Sunday morning and preach in some sort of crazy costume. So if you want to see me in a ridiculous costume, drop in some candy. We need your candy. Again, the goal is to meet the neighbors. The goal is to share God's love. It's part of our transform goal as a church. We want to share God's love with 10,000 people during the transform vision. And so right now we're on track towards that 10,000, and the trunk or treat will be a part of that too. Actually, to give you an idea right now, we're ahead of schedule on our 10,000 number. Because of what you all did on Serve Day, our number is already at 2,000 people. So we're ahead of track. It's fantastic. So a lot of good stuff going on in the life of the church. A lot of good stuff going on in the lives of the people in the church. A lot of good stuff going on. God is working in this community, and it is an honor and privilege to get to be a part of it. And so make sure you check around the newsletter, see everything that's going on, be involved, get involved, and lastly, let me remind you again, get into a live group and bring in some candy. Okay? If you ever need anything, give me a call. Thanks.